This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Welcome back, everybody. We are down to the last couple of minutes of halftime here. You can see the Lake City football team starting to go through their stretches right now.
Looks like Manton's
warm,
coming.
humid night here. I think our clock's going to wind down and then reset to 3 minutes as we don't have a halftime show here, but I'm not 100% sure. I do see the Manton Rangers now heading onto the field. The score's 20-19 Manton.
They milked every second of that halftime, didn't they?
Yep, and on a hot, humid night, that's probably a wise idea here.
Yep. You know, in Lake City stayed down there, and they pretty much rested the whole time. I'm sure Manton did too, and you know, it's a 1-point game at halftime, so team that wins the second half probably wins the game.
And they did reset that extra 3 minutes now. Usually halftime's 10. In case there's band, any kind of homecoming activities going on, 10 minutes, and then it's a 3-minute time for the players to get out on the field and do the stretches that they need to make sure preventing injury. Well, 20-19, hot night. Just want to let everybody know this year we have the luxury of 2 vans going every Friday night, 2 big trucks, bunch of crews. We're here tonight, and right now we also have a crew in Mesick. They're playing Manistee Catholic, and the latest word there is Mesick's up 20-0 at halftime.
Wow.
So
hey, good for them.
Nice job right now by the Mesick Bulldogs. Jeff Castillo's there taking that broadcast. I'm not sure who's doing the play-by-play color with them, but I'm sure they're doing a great job. Nice crew over there. We've got a nice crew here tonight helping us out.
Yeah, it looks like tonight we have Wyatt Van Dynen with us as the director. Heather Stilson is our replay and graphics. And then our camera crew is Cameron Maitland and Kyle Kushmiter and John Creed. So those guys are busy all night. John met a couple Manton guys coming on the sidelines earlier in the first half. So he was pretty quick on the foot right there. So looks like we'll get rolling here in about 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yep.
I believe Lake City received the opening kickoff, so Manton's probably going to get it in the second half.
Yep. The captains just met out with the officials center of the field for final instructions, reminders of how that's going to work. So a lot of Jaden Perry. A lot of
Zach Noren,
a lot of Hunter Rule for Manton, and for Lake City, Mr. Holt. And
I would say all-purpose yards for Zach Noren have to be about 250 right now.
Yep.
And he's had some catches for long runs. He's had punt returns. I actually don't think they've kicked to him, so maybe they've decided to kick away. They've kicked more than anything to Levi Francisco, and he's dropped a couple. He had one hit him in the leg, so maybe that was on the scouting report. Don't kick it to Noren.
Got a big crowd here tonight. Always Manton Rangers with a great crowd here at home. Lake City this year 3-0. Big crowd traveling with them. A lot of friendly folks up here. Matter of fact, a few minutes ago, a fella stopped in, found a big pile of money, and wanted to know if Jason and I were doing the announcing for the field. We sent him in the right direction so they can find the owner of that. It's nice of a fella to do that, Jason.
Absolutely.
Not sure what his name is, but had his young son with them, and certainly set some good role modeling right there. Good standards.
You tend to hear all of the negative, and you can forget that there's a lot of good people out there. Let's read our sponsors real quick before we kick off. Our presenting sponsors, Cadillac Castings, along with Cadillac Tire, Napa, Lake City Materials, the Walkley Agency, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Godfrey, Chevrolet Buick, Pizza Plus, Bowman and Rogers, Lake City Miniature Golf, Miller's Corners, Emerald Vale Golf Course, and last but not least, Latitude 44, the coffee shop in downtown Manton. Sorry.
Nice of them to jump on the board and help us bring you some high school sports here on CCTV and 26 Sports. Appreciate that. Lake City is kicking off.
And, you know, if you're out there and you want to be a sponsor, probably the best way is to call the station at 577-1844.
Walker Herrick again getting ready to kick. Back deep is Ansick. It is going to get to him on a couple of bounces. He picks it up on the run. Lake City does a nice job of team tackling. Looks like about 4 fellas on that tackle. Maybe number 30 on the first, right there on the first contact, Sebastian Noren.
Yeah, here comes Manton out there, and they're gonna.
Manton's formation been pretty stable all night, Jason. What are you seeing out of that?
They run the kind of the full house tee. Once in a while they spread 1 or 2 out, but when they pass, they kind of run a flood route, which sends 3 guys in the same zone almost.
Yep, and they come out with that formation again right here. Hunter Rule takes the first snap of the second half, hands it off to number 11.
Solani going over the left side there.
Solani gains about 2. Look like number 67 on a tackle right there. Skylar Miller.
That full house tee has some very, very basic plays where it's kind of power left, power right, and then mix in the fullback trap with the counter. Not too flashy, but if you fake well, you are successful.
And Manton gets ready to take the second snap of the half. Here we go. Hunter Rule takes it, keeps it, fades back, looks, throws long. He's got a wide open receiver. That'd be number 44 with a nice long gain right there. That's Caleb Milkey.
Yeah,
got behind the defense there, Jason.
Yeah, number 7 Hunter Rule had a great fake, and he's not the tallest guy, which is something to help him out on that. But he faked it really well. DB's bit a little bit, and it allowed number 44 Caleb Milkey to get past the secondary, and he actually underthrew it a little bit.
Yep.
And he still made a nice catch.
And we talked earlier in the game that Manton does a nice job of hiding that ball through their fakes, and that makes it very tough for the Lake City DBs. You got to make sure you stay with your man on that.
Here's
Motion
a little
this time.
Out of backfield, toss to the left. Looks like Jaden Perry. He's got number 40 out there as his lead blocker.
Finally pushed out of bounds by number 12, Wyatt Isball.
Yeah, Darius Potter. He's a load, and he's a load with the ball, but without the ball coming full speed, the DBs are a little light in the feet.
So if you were watching it with us in the first half, Manton went over 90 yards in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the half to score. They get the second half kickoff here, and they've now moved about 50 yards.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that was one of the most impressive drives I've seen. 98 yards, and starts with a fumble.
Inside handoff to Perry. He's going to probably get the first down.
Yep, good play calling there. Gets a first down. And I say Manton has less people. They have a tendency maybe to not be as conditioned as teams with more, but they're coming right back saying, hey, we're going to run it right down.
Herrick Walker checked in right there for Lake City as number 74. Nicholas Hose takes off, gets a breather over on the sideline. 10:44 to go here. Manton with a 1-point lead and driving early in the second half here in Lake City territory.
Little shift by the defensive line of Lake City.
Rule keeps this one, and he's in trouble right away.
It's going to be he's going to lose about 8 yards on the play to make it third.
So Blomberg on that. Not able to make the tackle, but boy, he sure made Rule move a little bit, and then Benjamin Marion finishes him off.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 10, Dan, and that's a big one. You'd think they're in 4-down territory already on their side of the 50 because they actually had some in the first half. They went on the other side of the 50.
Yeah, on that last drive, they went for it twice on 4th down, made it. Here's that power formation, Perry in motion.
Pass here. He's wide open again if he can get it to him.
It's going to be intercepted right there. That's 67.
Yeah, 67 is Skylar Miller. And
Skylar's going to be going to the coaching staff this week and saying, look at my hands, coach. Get me on offense a little bit. We do have a flag on the play here.
I wasn't sure what Hunter did there. He kind of just threw it up for grabs. Number 44 was wide. Number 44 is Milky. He was wide open down the side.
We've got a personal foul call at the end of that against the Manton Rangers, so that ball's going to go past the 50, a bunch of yards more here. That's a big play. Do we have a replay of that, everybody?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but I saw a Lake City player kind of end up with his helmet off, and it was a little extracurricular kind of frustration penalty. But there have been a couple of those tonight, and that's the first one they've actually called. So they
not sure if we're going to get everybody that replay, Jerry. my buddy Jason here. I just called Jerry.
Hey, not the worst I've been called.
No.
Yep. So Manton's going to have to regroup real quick. They had the good drive going. Lake City's going to come out in a double slot look, and once they get the change set and things organized.
Got a little discussion going on there with two officials, Jason. That's a big play early in this half. Big play. I think we wanted Lake City's coaching staff wanted a little explanation. It's passed down from one official to the sideline official over there. It's kind of how that's usually handled.
Yep.
And he gives the explanation, and we're ready to go. 9:41 to go, 2019 Lake City. Lake City with the ball.
Zach Noren's lined up in the slot on the left side. Hey,
I think we saw this to start the game.
Nope, he didn't catch it.
Yep.
But there's the seam route. And
we got an injury. No, we don't. Yeah, we might.
Like
I think he's just unhappy. Now he's definitely hurting his hand. That's Hunter Rule with a shoulder or hand. He's coming off an injury. Did not play last week. We'll see what.
It looks like he kind of landed on his shoulder.
Yeah, he did.
Kind of shaking it like it's a stinger. So
hopefully that's all it is.
Yeah, for Manton.
Hunter's a senior here, Manton High School. We hope he's back. Such a nice kid.
Lake City's little bubble here to Noren.
Wide receiver screen, and what? 3 missed tackles right there, and a flag coming down a little later.
And I don't know if this guy saw it, but there was a definite block in the back on the far side, and it's not his call on this side, but he's going to call something to make it right.
Good to see Hunter Rule trotting back onto the field there.
He's a tough kid, and you get one of those stingers, and it just takes a second.
Nick Dunham was out on the field for him during that play.
They're actually going to call offsides on Manton on this play, and I wasn't sure what he threw that after the play was going, and I don't know. I wish I could tell you what he was thinking.
Wouldn't be the first time we disagreed with calls, Jason, but
it might have been the right call, but after the play's getting started, play was actually almost over, and then he decided to throw it. So
we got first and 10 from about the 18-yard line. Lake City with a big play right here, and they have split 2 to our side, 2 to the far side. A lot of room our side, Jason. See if they come this way.
Looks like, is that a keep there?
That's a keeper all the way up. That's Knopf. Does a nice job, dances around a little bit. Takes what looks like a short gain. Makes it about 8 yards on that. Going to bring up second and 2.
He got shook up a little bit on that play. But
he's going off the field right here. I don't know if to get the play or to just – he's just heading off.
So it's going to be second and 2, and quite the turn of events with an interception by Hunter Rule, and then Lake City coming down after a big penalty and getting it down so far to the – looks like they're at the 11-yard line.
So he gets the play from Coach Kyle Smith. Comes in and see what he runs here.
Van Noren out here.
Yeah, that's read well by a lot of the Manton Rangers, but he breaks a whole bunch of tackles, reverses field, ends up in the end zone.
Yep, and Manton had him. They had 3 guys on the right side. He actually reversed the field and then cut up the middle, and that's a tough pill to swallow for Manton because they didn't pursue very well.
They didn't. Yep. You know what? And they had a nice drive going. Tough interception. Lake City does a nice job and capitalizes with 8:19 to go here in the third quarter. They now lead 25-20. And just like before, Jason, you said that 5-point lead. We expect them to go for 2.
Yeah. So Noren on the 11-yard run there.
Yep.
Manton stops him, and it's 3rd and long. But he's a tough runner, and give credit to Lake City linemen for continuing to block to the whistle.
Especially that strong right side of that Lake City offensive line. Patience right there by Holt pays off as they complete
Yeah, that was number 12.
Pass to
Bisball, yep.
Yep, Bisball. 2-point conversion is good. That'll give Lake City a 7-point lead early in the third quarter. 8:19 to go.
So 27-20, Lake City leads, and Manton's got to regroup.
Yep, absolutely.
They're down one score. They got to regroup and kind of get it together.
It's a kind of night as hot as it is. You really don't want to fall behind by more than a touchdown.
Nope. If you have to put the hurry up offense in, or you have to get moving, you're going to be tired. But
so we got probably number 50 again taking the kick here. That'd be Walker Herrick. He's trotting out to meet with the official, get the ball and some instruction. Back deep is Perry and Ansick getting ready for Manton. We've commented a little bit about.
Yeah, Walker, he kind of, you know what he's going to do. He's going to look and see, all right, who do I want to kick it to?
Who do I want to kick it to? Yep.
And that's a big weapon in high
That
school.
is a big weapon. When you've got control like that and you can put it deep, you can put it short, you can put it high, it's a big, big advantage. And this time he's going long and high. Way deep right there. That's Perry on the 5. Number 5, Perry takes it out to the 10, 15, not quite to the 15. He's brought down. Oh,
yeah,
nice job on punt coverage there.
Yeah, it was. And when that kickoff team flies down there, I mean, some of the best things to do as a kick return team is just get up the field, get 5 yards. You don't have to run 40 yards to gain 2.
Yep.
And
and as high as Walker kicks it, you get a good speed team running down the field right there, and they're all over that.
Yep. So here comes Hunter Rule.
We got a flag on that play against Manton, so they're actually going to start out inside of their 10-yard line now. Didn't see a signal on that. Hold maybe, Jason?
Yep, it looked like a hold right there. Going to be 1st and 10. Manton's going to be backed up to about the 7-yard line.
So on their first possession of the half, Manton started a nice drive, got into Lake City territory, and then turned it over.
Yeah. Dan, that's like the turning point. If they score right there, they're up by a score, and with a penalty and interception. And
a little mix-up in the backfield right there.
Well, it's important for Manton not to quit here. They're probably tired. It's probably hot. They got a little discouraged, but it's a hard thing to do. But let's get going and get back into it. And for Lake City, this is the time when they can kind of smell the blood, and if they want to win the game, they're going to have to turn it on. This is the key for them.
Manton's dozen seniors on this team, a lot of them playing 2 ways. They've been in battles like this before. I think they'll right the ship here. Nice job right there. Shifty running by Manton. That's Ansick. Look at him go. Here he goes.
It's actually, I think, Solani coming out there.
That is Solani, 11.
And he's about out to the 19-yard line.
Okay. That's nice running right there on a little counter play. We did see Manton in the late goings of the first half with a 90-plus yard drive, and we may be watching another one. Pretty early yet to say that.
Yep, that left
side. They're capable.
Yeah, left side of Manton's line did a great job. That play kind of broke down in the beginning, and Solani and I believe it was the left tackle here stuck with it. Oh.
Tried to run the same play, and Lake City's number 48 said no.
Yeah, he
Thomas Miller.
He is not a tall kid, and he is pretty wide, and he got his body right under Jaden Perry, and that's a load coming at you.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You think they got the wide side of the field to the right. They got a flood pass going out there. They also have the screen pass coming back here that worked well,
Seen a lot of good play from the Lake City defensive line. They've been very disruptive here the last little bit here. And just as we say that, Manton does a nice run up the middle.
Yeah. Here's Darius Potter going up the middle, and he's not going to get it. Brings up 3rd and 5 for Manton.
Not sure who got that tackle, Jason.
I actually didn't see, but
we'll give it to number 54 then, Miles McLeod. He's in the center of that.
Lake City's got got their D linemen do a pretty good job. Their linebackers come up and kind of tap them on which way to go. It's a tough thing to block that when one's going one way, one's going another.
Yep.
Big play for Manton right here, 3rd and 4.
They go to their power parry in motion. That is, that's one I think that you're going to see that probably was worked on in film. Talked about in film. Looked like Lake City was all set for that play.
Yeah, number 12, Wyatt Bisball, kind of his assignment looked like it's to cover Ansick.
Yep.
And when Ansick comes out, he threw it. And Hunter kind of threw it a little soft there, and gave him time to do it. So Solani's going to have to come in and punt.
Back deep for Lake City. Is that 16 again, Noren? I think it is, Jason.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We got a flag here, so we'll get a chance to check that number out.
Number 16, Noren back there, and he's a good athlete. False start on Manton right now.
We got a penalty against Manton, so that'll back him up 5 yards, and we'll redo the punt here. 5:43 to go. Lake City scores the opening time they get the ball here in the 3rd quarter to regain the lead, 27-20, after a Manton turnover around midfield. Manton on their 2nd possession of the half, unable to get anywhere, and they're in punt formation now.
Yep, Ethan Ansick's the long snapper. Gets a good snap off, and
that was almost blocked, and that punt ends up going straight up in the air. Doesn't get very far. Nice job by Lake City's number 60 right there, Jason. Damian Wertenberger. He heard the punt coming down in his area, and he backed off, didn't want it to hit him.
Yep, Jacob Orr hustled down there and down the punt, and Lake City's going to end up with good field position here at about the 32-yard line.
Once again, real good penetration by that Lake City defensive line right there. Forces a difficult punt.
Thought Solani was going to put a little acting job in it. They bumped into him, but so here they come in their Lake City in their double slot offense. And Zach Noren in the backfield.
And he gets the ball from Holt. Nice arm tackle right there. 77. Renford.
Yeah.
The tackle right there. He's fired up. That's what Manton needed right there after that short punt was a good defensive play on 1st down. Bringing up 2nd and 10 now. Lake City's pretty deep in Manton territory with a touchdown lead right now.
Yeah, and Lake City's not in any hurry here. They're taking their time. They want Manton's defense to be on the field as long as they can, and then they want to march it in and score.
Holt's looking over the field. He finally decides where he's going, and he's got a nice completion down to number 1 right there. That's Devin Davis.
Yeah, he actually looked left, looked right, and then came back to the left to his 3rd option there, and looks like Manton DBs did their job. They kept getting deep, and he threw a nice
Holt just had a little bit too much time to let that go. Look over the defense. Nice catch by Davis. I think that's the first time we've had him targeted tonight.
Yep, that's tough for the DBs of Manton to cover him that long. Give credit to Lake City's offensive line to pass protect pretty well.
And here we go. Holt inside the 10-yard line, hands it right up the middle to Noren. He's going to gain a few yards. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line, though, by the Manton interior defense.
It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 2. So Manton looking a little tired right here. Looks like they're going to sub in a couple people. And 52, Crittenden coming in.
Looks like number 48 for Lake City going to be in the backfield here, Big Tom Miller.
I'm sorry, Cole Holmes is actually coming in for Manton.
They run the I. Just a nice job of running again by Noren.
Yeah, Cole Holmes, they just put him in the game. He made a tackle. And, the biggest thing about Noren is that anybody that tackles him high doesn't seem to bring him down.
Doesn't bring him down. Yep, he's gaining yards. And he's so shifty.
If you
it's
want
hard
to
hit low.
Him, it's got to be low. It's got to be below the waist.
That's going to bring up a big 3rd and 1 from just outside the Manton Ranger goal line. Big moment here in this game. I'm thinking Lake City's going to run off their strong side, that right side behind big number 75 right there.
Yeah,
Brandon Gaz. Brandon Gaz. We got a flag on that. While we're getting this sorted out, we want to let everybody know that next weekend, the 26 Sports and CCTV crew has 2 games again for you. We will be at Pine River for McBain at Pine River on Friday night, and Beale City at Lake City next Friday night.
So with 3 minutes left in the third quarter, Dan, is 27-20 Lake City. And Lake City with a penalty right there has got 3rd and 6. 3rd and goal from the 6.
That Pine River game will be broadcast Friday night at 11. We've got a touchdown right here to number 86. That's Benjamin Marion. Can we get a replay of that? Holt does a nice job waiting for Marion to get open.
Yeah, Jacob Hahn, the safety for Manton, took one step too many inside and let it get past him.
Here comes, we're going to get the replay, I think. Sounds like maybe right after the point. Try. The Beale City Lake City game, Beale City at Lake City next week, is going to be on air first. That would be Saturday morning, the 23rd, 11 a.m.
Looks like they'll go for 2 here, and incomplete.
Nice job on defense from Perry behind on that to knock that ball free. Let's see if we get that replay on the touchdown to Ben Marion here, everybody. Diving catch right there, holds on to it, completes the catch. Ben Marion with TD catch, giving Lake City a 33-20 lead over Manton with 2:43 to go here in the second half, third quarter.
They look like they're a little tired on defense. Holt has a lot of time to throw back there. And,
yep. I did notice, seemed like, especially on the touchdown, a couple of plays before that, a lot of the Manton players had a hard time getting up after each play.
Yep.
Just a little bit slow.
Yep. Well, and the thing is, unfortunately, when you get down, when you get tired, and especially when the score's in Lake City's favor, the injuries start to hurt a little more, and they get a little tired.
So the Marion family and anybody else wants to get a DVD of any of this stuff that we bring you here on our sports broadcast, you can check out cctv-cadillac.org or the website of mynews26.com. And we're going to make some nice Christmas presents.
Yeah, here's Walker Herrick with a nice kick down the middle. Looks like Ethan Ensick is going to get it on the right side.
Nice run back to about the 25-yard line. Jason, let's stop about football here for a moment. Youth hunt tomorrow.
It is
here in northern Michigan.
They actually moved it up a week, and they're taking the kids and moving up a week. I think it's a veterans hunt too, or some different things. So a lot of kids going out there. I'm not sure about the weather, Dan. It's supposed to be
pretty warm. On the ride up, we were talking with your son Eli there, and he was talking about camo shorts for youth hunt. How about that, everybody?
Hey, that's in his mind, that's perfect right there. Camo shorts.
So Manton trailing by 13 here with the ball just outside their 25-yard line.
Little power to the right side and not much there for number 40, Potter.
Yep, 77 on that tackle again.
Yep. Manton doesn't have to go crazy and change the plays. They got a lot of time left.
Yep.
They got 2 minutes in this quarter. They got a whole nother quarter, but it's important to kind of get a long drive, get a score here, make some adjustments that they didn't make at halftime.
Big Thomas Blumberg with that tackle right there. 2:06 to go. 2nd and 11 here. Once again, that Lake City defensive line giving Manton some fits right here. Rule's going to get brought down way behind the play right there by 48. That would be Thomas Miller.
Thomas Miller is not the tallest guy, and he's pretty wide, but
he's pretty darn athletic. He's quick.
Fast.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, probably Hunter Rule is arguably one of the better athletes on the field, and he ran him down. And
Nope.
but that's a great play by them. And you know, the secondary that covers them right away, and that kind of sets that play up for the defense. But
That's going to bring up 3rd and 23 here as we're winding down the third quarter from Manton, Michigan.
important that Manton doesn't turn it over, doesn't do anything crazy here. Watch the screen pass, little toss left here.
Jaden Perry looking. Is going to step out of bounds about the 25-yard line.
Going to be short.
Yep.
And
About 10, 11 yards short. Lake City did a smart thing right there.
yep,
You know, they're going to give him a few yards, just kind of angling him over to the sideline.
bend but don't break on that one. And looks like Solani's coming in to punt, which, you know what, you got to punt it off. You don't
Yep.
want to give it back to him right here.
Noren back for Lake City. A couple moments ago, Solani just about had his punt blocked. We'll see how Lake City wishes to attack this, if they're going to set up a return or go after this again. They're definitely coming.
Looks like I'm not sure what they're going to give him there because they didn't.
I believe, Jason, when you start to run like that to
You
do
are.
that Australian-style kick,
You're considered a
you're
runner.
considered a runner, and there is no roughing the kicker on that.
Yep, I think you're right. And
Only
No.
because I heard that last night watching Thursday Night Football. So officials are talking about it a little bit out there. The Manton coaching staff looking for an explanation, but it's going to be Lake City ball, about the 48-yard line.
you know, and I think Manton's saying, like, you know, the snap took him over there, but I guess I'm agreeing with the officials though
Yep.
that he actually was running the football, and you know, I thought it was a fake at first. He
Yeah,
was
I did
running it,
too.
And then he
Yep.
he decided to punt it, so it's a good call by them. And
All righty, everybody. If you're in the area and you're a high school student, or maybe you're a little bit younger and you're interested someday in joining some of the crew here we've got on each Friday night here with us, we'll give you some information on how you can do that at the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center.
so Noren takes a handoff on the left side, and Ethan Ansick was there, but like again, I say you cannot tackle him high.
Yeah, so students in our ISD in this part of the state, if you're in the Wexford Misaki ISD and you're interested in doing these kinds of things, you can get a hold of your high school counselor. You can get a hold of the Career Tech Center. They'll be able to steer you in the right direction. We'd love to have a lot of people with us. We got some folks from Manton tonight running cameras and back behind us. This is produced in cooperation with the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, CCTV, and My News 26.
So Noren got the handoff on a little counter there. He ended up getting the first down and got out of bounds. So it's going to stop the clock with about 2 seconds left. They'll get one more play before the quarter here.
We'll take a short break at the quarter. 1.8 seconds to go. This will be the final play of the quarter unless a penalty. Lake City was going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their 40-yard line. We'll see what they decide to do. Just before halftime, they didn't have much more than this, and they did a little flea flicker kind of thing. Kind of caught Manton off guard, but they were unable to complete that pass. We'll see what they have here for us. Noren up the middle. He's going to gain about 5 yards as the siren goes off here, ending the third quarter. I'm Dan Gusser. Alongside of me tonight, Jason Main. For 26 Sports and CCTV, we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back with fourth quarter action.